Cost of living crisis hitting really hard. How the hell do you get a great little library like this for literally next to nothing? In fact, some of these games did cost nothing. All you have to do, stay tuned, find out how I managed to get a huge library of games like this for next to nothing, or most for under £1. See you in a bit.
With a wonderful world of games.
Alright, you beautiful peoples of the interwebs, it's me, Glyn, Cheapskate Gaming, and of course the cost of living crisis is hitting really, really hard. So, I'm going to show you how I go about getting my games dirt cheap. As you've seen one of my previous episodes or episodics of YouTube, I did Wonderful World of Games where I was picking up a lot of games supposed to be under £3. I tell you what, most of them are under £1. So I'm going to go through some of the ways now that I get a great big software library for very, very little money. So of course the first thing is free stuff. Now I'm going to change over here to show you that the first place you need, now you will need different providers. Obviously Steam would be the main provider that you probably heard of and use, but there are others, and of course one of the bigger ones, the others is, let me just change the camera now and go to the live view, is this one. This is what I'm showing here. This is Epic Games. Sometimes it can be a bit hard to, there we are, you can see it up there, look, Epic Games Store. Let me just bring this in and adjust it a little bit. Anyway, it's the Epic Games Store, so you'll need to sign up for that. Okay, now every week they give away games. They're giving away 2 free games here at the minute. Homeworld, Severed Steel. They tell you what they're going to give away next week. Bloons and Loop Hero. So over time you will build up a massive library. If you look here, I've got Guacamelee 2, Sonic Mania, Bioshock 2, Rebel Galaxy, Gloomhaven. I can go to my library, we'll have a little look in here, and you can just see, and it almost feels like theft, doesn't it? They're just giving you stuff for free. There's no subscription, no nothing. And I'm just going to scroll slowly through all the games that they've given away. And they give away bangers. Look at this, Dishonored, Death the Outsider, given away for free. Let me have a little look here. Mortal Shell, great Dark Souls clone, given away for free. Look at this, Death Stranding, that was their Christmas Day game. They gave it away for free. Lego Builders there, cracking little game. Wolfenstein, The New Order. That's the new Quake there that they gave away. Anyway, I think we get the picture, don't we? Epic Game Stores are epic. They give away a lot of free games. Anyway, so if you once you've signed up to Epic, you may have an Amazon Prime membership. Now, don't forget, Amazon Prime not just do free delivery. They do your Prime movies. They do Prime music, but a lot of people forget they do Prime games. So we're going to have a little look. That's the wrong one. Where's my Prime games? Here we go. Bring that in. And this is your Amazon library. Now, we go to Games of Prime. This is what they're giving away this week. Witchwood, Star Wars Force Unleashed is on here. Some classics like Baldur's Gate. Shovel Knight Showdown is on here. And they have quite an eclectic mix, actually, because you've got quite a lot of old arcade games, like Super Sidekicks, great game from my childhood on the arcade. Used to love, although I'm not so much into football games now, that was the best football game of its time back in the day. Metal Slug, who can forget Metal Slug games in the arcade? If you're old enough to remember those. You've got your SNK Anniversary collections. And all this type of thing. And like every week they give away a free game or a couple of free games. But there's 2 sections to this, actually. So let me just show you. So you've got your Games of Prime. But you've also got, now sometimes it can be a bit hard to find. You press your home button up here. And then you need to do this thing, the Prime Gaming, and claim now on that. This will bring up a website. I'll just bring the website in. Accept your cookies. Now in here you've got a lot of things that are free, like almost like little DLCs that are free with your Prime. But what you can do is just go to your weekly game, and here's the weekly games for Starfall. Now you will need, again, some of these have to be redeemed in other browsers, so maybe Epic, Ubisoft browser, GOG, which is Good Old Games browser, and we'll go into them in a bit. But yeah, so sometimes you have to go here to get your games. Now it's a bit weird because it says claim game, but I've already claimed a lot of this. In fact, I don't know if I've claimed this one. Where is this one? This is a Windows game. Oh, anyway, we don't need to go on and on about that. So another one of these companies is this one, and this is GOG. Now GOG is great because, okay, they don't give away that many free games. If I have a look at my GOG library, which we'll have a look here, they've given away a few, not a huge amount. The old Witcher, they gave away the original Witcher, Shadows of Mordor, Savage of the Planet. Some of these have come from Amazon as well. Worms Revolution, another Wolfenstein New Order. Beat Cop they give away recently, and the Alien Breed classics up here. They I quite enjoyed them. Dishonored 2, that's a good one. But what is great about GOG is you can link your other accounts. So you can link your Steam account, your Epic account, your Origin account from EA, that is, and your Ubisoft account. You can even, you're supposed to be able to link your PlayStation account and your Xbox account as well. I've struggled to get my PlayStation account working with it, but essentially then it can pool a list of all your games that you installed or owned. So you can see here I've got 521 games installed. I own 1,119 games. Now I do need to refresh that, and you do that through up here, and you just go sync integrations. Now this number here should go up after I've synced, because I've just installed some new ones on my Steam library. Now, so where do I actually buy games cheap from? Now, bear in mind, GOG, when I buy games, a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll cross-reference using GOG. And one of the only ones you can't cross-reference is Amazon games. So a lot of times I'll open up, because I got free monitors, 1, 2, 3. I'll open up my Amazon Prime, Amazon Gaming, and I'll open up GOG to cross-reference any games, just to make sure I'm not buying a game twice if I'm going to choose a game to buy. So I'll have sort of like this open, and I'll have this open, and I'll be using the search bars here to search stuff. But anyway, where do I actually get the games from? So I get them mostly from, at the moment, from 2 sites, sometimes free. One is Eneba, that's my main site, and that's the one we're going to go over today. There's Gamivo, which I used a lot in the past, haven't recently used as much. And there's Fanatical, which do sort of big bundles and all that. So let me just close these down, and we will go and find, bear with me, we're just trying to find my Opera browser, and here we go. Here's Eneba. So how do you go about searching for your cheap games? Well, Eneba's really good. So click on games up here, scroll down a bit, close these little ad pop-ups. This is important, okay, and this is important. So one, I want games, I don't want DLCs. I want them for Windows, so they'll go on my Steam, and I want them for Steam. So you need to click these boxes. Okay, so game, Windows, Steam. So these are all Windows, Steam games that are popping up here. You see there's no bargains. Well, they are bargains, but they're not the sort of prices that we want here. So this is the great thing. We can choose a price range. So you can put £1, so it's £0 to £1. All these games now are under £1. Look, Turbo Golf Racing, 23p. Raji, 91 pence. Rogue Lords, 76 pence. But what I tend to do is, one of the unique things about that you can do with Eneba but you can't do with Gamivo is I could put 0.3 pence. So these are 0.30. So these are all games under 30 pence. Alright? And there's some good games on here. This golf game, pretty good. Calico. Okay, it's not really a grown man's game, but young teenage girls will love that game. Really good, about looking after cats. Different. What else we got down here? We have got, you will find a load of trash, but there is classics. Railroad Tycoon number 3. Look, we've got 6 pages of games for under 30 pence. Now, you will find, look, Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, classic. Hidden and Dangerous, that's a DLC by the looks of things. Sometimes the odd DLC does squirt in there and get in somehow. Civ City, Stacking. I remember that was one of the first PS3 Plus games back on PS3. Yeah. So that's essentially how I'll go through and find the cheaper games. I've just done one now. I did it from 0 to 50 pence. I picked up some really good bangers in there. Oh, that's going to be 50 quid. Put 0.50. That's it. This one, look, Anacrusis is quite a new game. Carry on, look, original Fallout, Tower 57. Lust from Beyond, a bit of an adult game, but very well made. System Shock, so you got absolute fantastic, some real bangers in there. And essentially that's how I go about getting and finding my cheap games. So, like I say, £1 is normally a good deal, and you'll pick up. Now, as you go up, as you can see here, if I just bring this up, there's 225 pages of games under £1. There will be a lot of crap in there. And it's just about you spending a little bit of time scrolling through the pages, choosing what you want. Now, with Eneba as well, what I would say is that you can only put 10 games in your cart, essentially, and then because you'll have to pay if you're paying by PayPal, it's about a 40 pence fee to use PayPal. So essentially what I'd say is fill up the cart with 10 games and you get your value for money, because it's only 4 pence per game added on for each transaction. So instead of buying one game, paying 40 pence on top for your transaction, buy 10 games, pay the 40 pence on top. So like, say I bought 10 games at £1, that would be £10 40 pence to actually buy the games. If I was buying one game at £1, it'd be £1 40. So it makes out better, but it makes more sense to buy a full cart of cheap games, just to keep the price down. Hope that makes sense. We'll show it here anyway. I'll show you here. Road Warden. So if I go this 22 pence, and if I go to buy now, clear these coupons out the way, close that. So 22 pence, and if I proceed to checkout and use my PayPal, take a little bit of time. See, it'll come out service fee of 37 pence, so it would actually cost me 58 pence. But if I'm buying 10 games, so come back out. What I'll do is I'll do like as if I'm adding five games, right? Now we go to my cart. So I only put 5 games in there, but just to show you, £1.97 worth of games. Close these bloody ad. That's the only thing with these sites, you do get a lot of ad pop-ups. Proceed to checkout. Choose PayPal. And as you can see here, it's a 45 pence. A little bit more service fee. I think they add another couple of pence on each one. But again, it's only coming to £1.97. And that's for 5 games. 1, 2, I think one of these has got 2 on them, isn't it? Yeah, 5 games. So it definitely works out cheaper if you buy more games, or better value in the long run. Right, we can delete all these off because I do not want that many copies of the same game. So we get rid of these because we're doing this all real time. So there we go, guys. So that is how essentially I go about getting my games library, my Steam library. Oh, let's show you my Steam library. That'll be a good idea, won't it? So just to show you how big my Steam library is. So I'm doing a lot of flicking around and clicking stuff around. So I'm going to go through my Steam library with you now. Let's go to full screen capture. Here we go. And this is all the games. So I've got a few favorites up there. These are the Amazon ones. And there we go. So these are only the ones I've got installed. I haven't got them all installed. Epic Game Stores. These are the ones I've all got installed. And you can see there's quite a few in there. I've got a few from Origin, which is that EA? I think it's EA, isn't it? Origin. Yes, it is, because it's got Battlefield 3. Then here's all the Steam games. And like I say, nearly all of these cost me less than £1. Not all of them, but most cost less than £1. And look at this just going. And then obviously there's quite a few free ones as well. Look, still going on, only on G. H, I. So that whole library of nearly 400 or 500 games probably cost me about £100 and £200, something like that in actual thing. These are the ones I haven't got installed yet. But yeah, absolutely bonkers. So there we go, guys. So that's how I'd go about purchasing and getting your cheap games. And so there's some top tips from me, Glyn, at Cheap Day Gaming, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Don't forget to like, and if you fancy it, subscribe for more tips on bargain hunting your games. Anyway, this is Glyn. I'm out. Ta-ra now.